From Capitol Hill, Pelosi's challenger for the House Democratic leader, Congressman Tim Ryan of Ohio. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks, Wolf.
All right, so what do you think? You really seriously think you have a shot at beating Nancy Pelosi tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we're within striking distance. I can tell you that for sure. And, you know, there's a lot of members still out there who haven't committed or being very, very quiet. And they, you know, can break either way coming into the last 24 hours and the votes tomorrow morning. So I feel really, really good about the campaign we've run. I think we've been very clear. I think we've been very respectful of Leader Pelosi. But we do need change, and I've not relented on that at all. And we'll see if my colleagues agree tomorrow.
So many of her supporters say she's great at raising money, not necessarily that doesn't always translate into picking up seats in the House, because the Democrats, you guys have lost in 2010, 12, 14, 16. But what about that argument that she's a great fundraiser for the Democrats?
Well, I think the leadership position in and of itself brings a great cachet to the fundraising network, whether you're Democrat or Republican around the country. They said the same thing about Paul Ryan. Would he be able to raise as much as John Boehner? And he ended up raising more. And I've seen quotes from Republican donors who have said, look, if there's enthusiasm, if there's energy, if there's a plan, that's how you generate money. And plus, we've not even tried to raise low-dollar donations across the country. We've done a little bit through the DCCC, but significant numbers have not come in. That needs to be a new approach, too, that I would bring to this leadership position. What's
your biggest problem with Nancy Pelosi?
We're not winning. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, we're down 60-some seats since 2010. The smallest number we've had in the Democratic caucus in 87 years, Wolf. We've gotten slaughtered all throughout the country. 2/3 of state legislatures, 33 governors. We lost everything in Washington, D.C. We'll soon lose the Supreme Court after Trump makes his appointments. We've got to hit the reset button and start over. Winners win, Wolf, and we've got to start winning. And I'm worried that the Democratic Party is going to be accepting of failing, of not figuring out how to win again, and we have to do that.
Well, but specifically, what would you do differently than what Nancy Pelosi would do if she's reelected?
Well, first of all, we've not had an economic message. Trump won because he had a robust economic message, and we don't have one. We try to slice up the electorate and talk to people, you know, whether they're male, female, black, brown, white, gay, straight. Look, everybody wants a good job, and sometimes we focus too much, Wolf, on minimum wage jobs as opposed to middle class jobs, higher incomes for middle class earners and those wanting to get into the middle class. And then as far as the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee goes, we have 180,000 millennials in each congressional district. We have no strategy to go after them, to figure out how to talk to them. They could bump our number 4 or 5 points in every congressional district across the country. That's just one example. We have no idea what's going on at the DCCC. We're not winning, and we need to make some changes down there as well.
The fact that House Democrats did poorly once again in 2016 in the most recent election, who's to blame for that? Would it be Nancy Pelosi? Would it be the President of the United States who couldn't generate that kind of support? Or would it be Hillary Clinton who failed in her own bid to win the presidency?
Well, there's enough blame to go around, Wolf, for everybody. You know, look, we lost. I don't hang 2016 around Leader Pelosi's neck alone. There's plenty of blame to go around, but clearly Democrats do not have an economic message. We need to have one. We need to have one to move forward, and that's what we got to do. We've got to go in 40 congressional districts and figure out how to win in the South, how to win in rural areas, how to win in places like Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin. We haven't done that, and we better figure that out, or we're going to be a minority party for a long, long time.
If you lose tomorrow, Congressman, what do you see your role being in the party, in the House of Representatives? What about you? What's your future?
I have no idea. I haven't looked much past tomorrow, Wolf. We got 24 hours to go in this campaign. We're running really hard. We're burning up the phones, having meetings, getting endorsements, and we can talk about that maybe at the end of the week. But I think we got a good shot at winning this thing.
What, there are like 198 or so Democrats in the House of Representatives. It's a simple majority to be elected the minority leader, right?
Right. That's right.
So how close do you think you are right now to getting, let's say, 100 of your colleagues to support you?
Well, we're within striking distance. Like I said, we're very, very close.
What does that mean, striking? What does that mean, striking distance?
Part of the game here, Wolf, is not to give away your number. As you know, you've been doing this a long time. So we're keeping our number close. We've got a lot of commitments, and more than most people think, and I think there's going to be a lot of surprise faces tomorrow.
And the fact that this is a secret ballot, that presumably helps you, right?
Big time. Big time.
All right.
I'm not going to hurt anybody who's not with me. And when the person in power sometimes is able to use other tools to keep people in line.
Congressman Tim Ryan, we'll check back with you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Will.